We now move to the closing speeches. I call Alec Rowley. 4 minutes, please, Mr Rowley.
Thank you. In closing for Labour, can I say that Jackson Carlow, in fact, this has been a really good debate today and a good discussion. Jackson Carlow spoke about John Nicholson's comments when this announcement was made. I had the unfortunate situation where I hadn't heard the announcement before I heard John Nicholson's comments, and I thought to myself, what have they announced? And so it was a great surprise to me, and a welcome surprise, when I actually heard the announcement. And whilst Mr Nicholson perhaps has been put back in his box, sadly the SNP amendment would suggest that they aren't willing to embrace and welcome this opportunity. I note that Patrick Harvey said that even if he got his wish for an independent Scotland, he would not want to break up the BBC, and I think he's right and to say that. But unfortunately, I don't think the SNP are willing to come to that point. I've only got 4 minutes, sorry. So it's disappointing, but I think we need to look at where is the opportunity, how can we get the maximum benefits for Scotland right across the creative industries from this announcement, and that will be the important point going forward. Joan McAlpine makes a point that it is right to continue to argue for resources, and it was similar where Rona Mackay talked about the licensing fee, and I agree we should continue to make the case for resources. I only wish Joan McAlpine and others wouldn't attack us when we keep making the case for local government resources that are being cut time and time again. But I agree that of course, you know, and when this channel's up and running, and if it needs more resources, we should be more than willing as a parliament to make the case for those resources. I think, as Lewis MacDonald says, the 80 new journalist posts is very welcome for Scotland. This is a good thing. In a time where we have media empires like the Murdoch empire trying to go for world domination, if we didn't have a BBC, we would need to create a BBC in order to ensure unbiased reporting right across the world. So it's a good thing that we're going to get these journalists. And the idea of moving on from the Scottish Six, I actually think that we are getting something that is an even better opportunity for Scotland than would have been simply the Scottish Six. And therefore, it's not just about moving on, it's actually saying here is a real opportunity. We need to now embrace that opportunity, and we should also be looking at digital and other areas. The Cabinet Secretary, in response to the points that were being made for Jackson Carlow about studio capacity, etc., run through very quickly a whole range of things that are happening, and I will take the time to read that. I couldn't quite follow at the speed that she was going at, but you know, it sounded like there was a lot of things happening there. The important thing, I think, and that can be perhaps in summing up could be mentioned, is where is the overall strategy in Scotland? You know, I was in Northern Ireland and Derry in the summer, and I went along to the cinema and watched the film Bobby Sands 66 Days, which is a really good film documentary. And at the end there, it said that it had been produced by BBC Northern Ireland. In Scotland, we had just a few months ago the independent production on BBC of The Council, which really highlighted what it's like every day for people working in local authorities delivering important services. So I agree with the point that we actually can produce programmes in Scotland, create opportunities in Scotland, and I hope that the government will grab this opportunity, invest and put in place a strategy to make the best of it.